Dodge.
Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski back in the Daily Dodge studio with you this beautiful Friday morning, with Cale Zomer up in the WBEV studio making us sound good. Hometown Today is presented by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and Professional Floor Covering. Randy and his team over with Professional Floor Covering are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, window finishings. It's so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. Let's talk a little bit about those countertops too, because you can get them in either your kitchen or your bathroom. The material, color, and pattern of a countertop all plays a major role in how that kitchen or bathroom remodel of yours is going to turn out. So offer a large selection of quartz, granite, marble, and laminate countertops. If you're looking for it, they have it over there at Professional Floor Covering. I'm getting tongue-tied on this Friday here, Cale, but they're going to help you find that perfect countertop that fits both your lifestyle and your design at a budget that fits your needs. Professional Floor Covering and Abbey Design Center. You can find them over at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam or online at proflr.com. Very excited now. We are going to be joined this morning by members of the Beaver Dam Area Community Choir. Got a full list, so we're going to go down the list here. First of all, we have David Sneeder. Did I get that right?
Perfect.
All right, we're good. We're mission accomplished start. He's board president and coordinator of the choir. Then we're going to go down to Christy Ely, who's an accompanist. Did I say that? That's the first time I've actually learned that word. So we're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit today, too. Then we have Joe Lord, who's a singer with the choir. And then we have, last but not least, the director of the choir, Judy Hine. First of all, thank you all for joining me. Got a little, full house here, jam-packed. Hope you guys are all excited to talk a little bit about what you guys got going on today.
Yeah, we are. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And this is a new group. I just was learning a little bit before we went live. This kind of just all came to be in the last few months. I don't know who I'd even direct this to, but how did this come to be? What was the vision when you guys set out to start this choir?
I guess I can field that. So it's probably actually been like a year and a half of talking about it and then finding similar people that were also thinking the same thing. So Beaver Dam actually had a choir that ended probably about 20 years ago, and that was the Beaver Dam Oratorio. And so it's been a while since we've had an opportunity for people to come and sing. So I'm actually a coordinator for the area orchestra. I perform in the community band as well. So there's lots of rich history for music band stuff in Beaver Dam, which is just absolutely amazing. And choir is one of those things where there's so many people that love to sing, and there's no opportunity for that right now. So I think for me, I saw the Red Kettle concert. And if you're not familiar with the Red Kettle concert, that is coordinated by Joanne Tyjeski at Christmas time. It raises money for the Salvation Army. She has her handbell choir come and perform, but then she also invites choirs and all sorts of different opportunities for musicians to come and do a concert and raise money for the Salvation Army. I think, Judy, do you always direct or direct sometimes an ecumenical choir? So one of the performances that I had seen, the ecumenical choir was up there with almost 50 voices. I think Joe has sung in there as well, right?
Years ago.
Okay. And I was just like, wow, that it just hit me. And I was like, it was so fantastic. I wish we had that year round, that people had that opportunity to sing. So I was talking with one of my board friends from the orchestra, Alicia Rake, and she's like, yeah, that would be so amazing. I'd love to sing in that too if we had a choir like that. You know who we should get in touch with? Judy Hine. And she's like, I've been thinking about that forever. So then we were like, well, we should contact the high school director, Mark Lefebvre, who's like, yeah, I've been trying to figure out how. So it's like, it was kind of like a string that happened where all these people were thinking about we should have a choir in town, and we just had to find each other and form a board and how are we going to do this? And it's really been Judy that has we're going to get this off the ground and we're just going to grind it out. She's just been so amazing with I'll put up some money to buy some music, and I'll call some friends, and so this wouldn't be together without Judy Hines. So this is amazing.
I feel like I bring this up every time we have a group here with the arts. I'm blown away with Beaver Dam and their willingness to support things, whether it be the theater, orchestra, now the choir. I have to ask, too, we kind of got a little bit there from you, David, how you got involved. From you three here, what was it for you when this became an opportunity that you're like, I got to make sure I'm a part of that?
I can talk about that. I have been singing my whole life. I graduated from Beaver Dam here and have always loved singing and have been part of the community theater. And when I saw the post that said that they were going to start this, I was like, yeah, I'd love that. I've been part of some church choirs in the past and have always enjoyed it, but it's different when it's a community group rather than a church group.
Absolutely. I would like to go. Christy, how about you? First of all, an accompanist.
Accompanist.
I can't get that word out. I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to get it right. For people like me that didn't know what that was, first of all, what is that? And then how did you become involved?
I play the piano for the group. And I became involved by, I've been in several Beaver Dam groups. I've performed in several. The orchestra, the band, I play in pit for high school productions and the community theater. And David had approached me a while back and said, hey, would you like to play piano if we put together a choir, a community choir? And I said, sure. So...
And Judy,
Christy's really amazing because every year when community band starts, it's like, what instrument is Christy going to play this year? Yeah. She'll be playing oboe one year, then French horn, and she's playing bass in the orchestra. And I'm like, I bet she plays piano too. So, and then the really amazing thing is every instrument she plays phenomenally. So it's like, wow, how do we get blessed with someone like Christy in the area?
well, it sounds like at this point you guys all have, like, there's a lot of musical experience with this choir as it's hitting the ground. I imagine that's got to make things a lot easier as you are getting kind of that chemistry together. This is the first go-round here. It's only been a few months. And Judy, I'd like to round out with you. You're the director of this choir. How did you become involved? Sounds like you had a similar vision as David for a little while to get this going.
Yeah, that's true. And having vocal directed some musicals at the theater and been in singing groups and then directing the ecumenical choir was, you get these rich voices from people that normally wouldn't be on stage necessarily, but they want to sing. And then you're just standing in front of, these 50 voices, and it's overwhelming, the feeling that you get. And so it was really very emotional for me. So I was like, yeah, this is a great thing. So then when David contacted me, I'm like, I am so in. I don't even think he got to finish his sentence before I said, yes,
I'm in.
So then as the board, we just kind of went through, David did all the legwork in the background, becoming a nonprofit and applying for grants and just coordinating everything. So he gave me credit, but I have to say, he's the basement of the group, and then we're just building on there. So
I like that.
I'm the basement. I've never had that.
Hey, that's a badge of honor. You wear that basement badge proud.
Without that, you're not going to have much of a structure.
that's
There you go.
exactly right.
Need that basement. I love that.
Yes.
Hey, but we're joined this morning by members with the Beaver Dam Area Community Choir. We're going to continue our conversation after the break. They have a big event coming up next Saturday. We're going to get into more in the second block. This is Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. love it. Bringing us in with the boss. You can't beat that. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and Professional Floor Covering. We're joined this morning by members of the Beaver Dam Area Community Choir, David Suniter, Judy Hine, Christy Ely, and Joe Lord. And guys, first of all, thank you again for joining us. We got a big event coming up this next Saturday. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is and where that is?
Yes, it's our very first choir concert. It is at the Beaver Dam High School auditorium on Saturday, May 31st, which is the last day of May, and it's after Memorial Day, obviously, so it's kind of a kick-off people's summer, and it starts at 7 o'clock p.m. The doors will open at 6:30. Get there early because we're anticipating a nice full house.
Yeah. Well, I know anybody that's listening, you know we do a lot with the high school, so you know where it is. Yeah. So 7 o'clock next Saturday, the first one. That's got to be so exciting for you guys. This is a brand new venture. What's that process been like preparing for this? Because this is, a new thing for a lot of people in the area.
Yeah, we've been rehearsing since February, end of February, once a week, and it's fun. You know, I mean, we have a large number of songs we're singing, and Judy does a great job of getting us through them all and working out the kinks, shall we say? But yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
You wanna talk about the variety of music? I think one really cool thing is there seems to be something that Judy has planned for everyone. So if you don't like country, we've got other stuff. But if you do, we've got a pretty amazing medley that we're doing. If you guys want to talk about variety.
Sure. We have a pretty eclectic set list with music from all different genres. I wanted to make sure that not only did the audience have fun, but as members, we wanted to have fun too. So we have pop, rock, patriotic, swing. We have a big band number. We have some doo-wop, country, to name a few. But we have a really nice 65 people singing all those different types of genres. So
it's 65 people strong. That's fantastic. So yeah, again, and there's going to be music for everybody.
Yeah.
So if you're not a country fan, don't worry. You got it. It sounds like another 6, 7, 8 different genres there that you're going to be able to enjoy next Saturday. How long is that show going to be? It starts at 7. How long can people expect the fun to continue?
Well, being the first concert, you're not really 100% sure.
Sure.
But in my head, about an hour and a half total, and we'll have an intermission. So I'm guessing people will be able to be done between 8:30 and 9, but can't guarantee exactly when that'll happen. But I know we're starting at 7.
Well, I know that if you have 65 people involved, there's a lot of people that made this special and made this possible. Judy, you were telling me during the break that there are people that you do want to give that proper credit to. Who are some of the people that made this all so possible?
Well, we also have a combo on stage that will be playing for a few of the songs, besides Christy playing for almost every song. So Christy's our piano player. She also plays double bass.
Wow.
David Suniter is our percussionist. So he's playing drums. We have Ted Boersma, who's playing guitar on a couple songs. And then we have one special, Carla Arndt is going to be playing harp on one of our songs.
We got a harp involved.
We do. And then Marsha Paul also is playing piano for one of the songs. Marsha was the high school choir director for years here, and some of her students are singing in this choir now.
I'm one of them.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's a full circle moment for you.
Yes. And then I had some help also there are several music teachers in the group. So Melissa Ashbrook has kind of been running the computer for some of the songs, and also she led a sectional rehearsal. And Heidi Cook, who was also has a music degree, she was accompanying a rehearsal accompanist also. And then I call my personal assistants. Amy Friedel helped me with some newsletter information. Rhonda Steiner and Teresa Plock, they're probably cringing right now that I mention their names because they're kind of back behind the scenes, but they have been unbelievably helpful to me as a personal assistant, just gathering my materials after and so on. And then we had a beautiful logo designed by Laura Congdon. And Jerry Reel, one of the members of the choir, showed up one night with 3 beautiful signs that he made out of that logo. Handmade these wooden signs. So those will be displayed at the concert also. So everyone's just been wonderful to work with.
I can only imagine. It's a project like this. There is so much that goes into it around. So I'm happy we got to give them their flowers, so to speak, here. And David, I know we were talking a little bit during the break. If people wanted to, whether it be help financially or just learn more about this group, how can they go and do that?
Sure. Right now, website's a little bit basic because we don't have any real concert photos of the group or anything like that. So, yeah, keep that in mind when you look at it. But you can certainly go there for information on making a donation. So that's www.bdchoir.com. So check that out. We also have a Facebook page. So if you go to BD Choir on Facebook, be sure to like and follow that so then you can see information about upcoming concerts and events that we're doing. We have a P.O. box. So if you want to send in a check, just send it to P.O. Box 84 here in Beaver Dam. We can do that. And certainly at the concerts, come to the concert and just support us that way. Listen to it. We're trying to make it so that patrons, sponsors, just people donating at the door can support. So if you're in a spot where like, hey, I don't have funds right now, come out, enjoy, and have a good time. That's what it's about. And there's no fee right now for choir members to join either. So I think that's another rare thing. We're talking about all the music opportunities in Beaver Dam. A lot of these opportunities don't come with a cost to it. So that is just amazing. Usually you have to buy a ticket and all of that stuff. But no, next Saturday night, you can just show up and relax. It's donation driven, so we'll probably pass a hat, but that's up to you. So just come next week. If you have some funds that you'd like to give, just throw it in the hat, and there'll be opportunities in the program as well as how you can become a patron.
Yeah, so you can come out next Saturday. Again, there won't be like a price at the door, but there is going to be a donation-driven kind of a initiative there.
Correct.
I'm sure everybody's going to have a blast listening to all of you. And when that happens, be a little friendly. Come on, let's show that Beaver Dam love a little bit. I'm trying to get that push there.
It surprised me a bit with how much a choir costs, actually, because each piece of music, it costs about $3. So if you multiply that by, 70 people?
Started with 80, 80-ish, and
so
it
we're
could be higher.
at hundreds of dollars for one song that we're doing. So we have thousands of dollars invested in just music for that night. And then, there's the school district has been amazing to work with and supportive, but we still have a small fee to support the custodian and stuff that needs to be on staff. But I mean, they charge so little compared to what some other venue might charge. And then we have to have insurance and all of those fun things that it's like, oh well, this is all adding up to be quite a bit to have a choir. So
that's the first I'd ever heard of that. So like you guys pay like $3 per song per person that has to sing it? Is that how it works?
Each piece of sheet music averages around $3. Some are higher, some are a little lower.
Wow. So yeah, again, you're going to have a blast next week, but keep that in mind. This isn't going to be just something that you guys just roll in there for. This is going to cost a little bit. So if you can be supportive, it's going to be very much appreciated too. I know we only have a couple minutes left here, so I'd love to hear from each of you. What's been your favorite part of this process? Again, this is brand new. What's this been like for you?
I guess I can go first, and we'll work
I
our
like
way
that.
up.
Let's go clockwise here.
So I'm not a singer, but Judy managed to let me be included and play drums in the show. So, and then some of the songs that she picked that include the band are really fun songs to play. So I'm looking forward to that. One thing that I really enjoy is, anytime I have an opportunity to play with Christy, it's going to be an amazing experience. So I played with her in the Paddle City Big Band, and there's a song where she, leaves piano, plays one of her many other instruments, and is playing bass behind me, and it sounds so amazing and cool. It's always fun playing with Christy, and then hearing, like Judy was saying, when there's 65 voices coming at you,
that's special.
It's special, yeah. So I got to be there for rehearsal last week, and I'm like sitting kind of in front of the choir next to Christy, and it's like, wow, this this is really cool.
I believe it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm the only one who has that seat.
And Christy, how about you? It sounds like you're a woman of many talents. Well, what's this process been like for you?
I've liked the whole evolution of it. It started out, my first knowledge of it was David approaching me about, would you like to be an accompanist? Sure. Then I met with Judy. It was a very cold day. I know she came to Sun Prairie to talk to me. And then the rehearsal started, and it was the whole evolution of how to have a rehearsal. We have the warm-ups. You know, people are getting their music for the first time, and I really kind of tapped into my teacher brain because I know how things go. You know, you have your starting point, and your end point is the concert, and it's been exciting, the process of start to the concert.
I can imagine it is exciting. And Joe, as a singer, what's this process been like for you? What's been your favorite part?
I've loved seeing all the new people. You know, like I've been part of the community theater for years and years, and there's a lot of people from the community theater who are part of the choir, but I'd say at least 2/3 of the people are people I've never met before. And I just getting to meet the new people, singing the wonderful songs. I love that. Hearing the combo with the songs, you guys are amazing. I got to double down on that. So yeah, just meeting the new people and all of that, you know, just love it.
I love that answer. And Judy, we got to round out with you. You get the final word today. So how about you? What's been the special part about this in your mind?
The people. The people are just amazing, and we are truly an area community choir. We have people from Randolph, Juneau, Waupun, Fox Lake, Horicon, Reeseville, Mayville, Beaver Dam.
That's fantastic.
And we have families. We have brothers and sister combos. We have fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives. So it's just been really fun. And the first night we met, I talked about my goal was to have serious fun. And, you know, I kind of got this look from people. And I had read a quote about people disparaging the notion of just singing for fun. And then I kept thinking, what, you want to sing for misery? Why else would you sing? So, but we are sticking to, you know, musicianship and diction and rhythms, and really, like, we'll pound over a measure over and over just to get it right. So our goal is professionalism and I won't say perfectionism, but I guess if that's what you strive for, you get closer to it. But we are very close to it, if not there, in many of our songs. So I feel I'm just so blessed to be part of this.
Well, the first performance is next Saturday at the Beaver Dam High School at 7 p.m. Thank you guys again for joining me. Make sure you support and follow the Beaver Dam Area Community Choir. But thank you guys so much again, and have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was great.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside for a quick break, and we're going to be joined on the other side by Cherry and Jerry Ragtime Duo in person. That's going to be very exciting here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
today's Hometown Today, we send it back down to the Daily Dodge TV studios with Wally Lukashinsky.
Thank you so much, Kale, and welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. I'm very excited now. We are joined by Isaac Cherry and Jerry Rabushka of Cherry and Jerry Ragtime Duo. First of all, thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I'm fired up. We get to not only talk to you a little bit about your music, we're going to be able to hear some of it as well.
True.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. And I would love to start with, we had you last year actually with Amy on this show, but for people that might not remember so much, can you tell us how you guys came to be a duo, where this all started?
We were part of a larger band, actually. There were as many as 8 of us, then 6 of us. There's still a 3 of us band, but we basically needed jobs, I guess. And
Sure.
we decided to go into doing music full time about 5 years ago. And we played ragtime and blues and music of that era. And here we are.
Yeah, music from around 1899 till about 1920. We throw in some 30s and 40s in there too.
Some jazz
Yeah,
standards.
some jazz standards.
Well, so when did this idea come to be? So this is a group that, how long have you guys been playing together, first of all?
17 years we've been playing.
Wow.
Yeah, very long time.
Wow, so you guys probably know everything about each other and then some at this point in
Very
life.
well. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
musically. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you've been touring for a little while. I know that you were up here in the Columbus area last year.
Right.
For people that, like, I know this is a big Memorial Day weekend. What's a better way to get kicked off? By going and seeing some live music tonight at the Columbus Library. If I'm not mistaken, it's 6 o'clock if you roll in. We're going to be able to hear you
That's
tonight.
true.
Yes.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And I know that we got a couple songs on the docket here coming up that I'm very excited for all of us to be able to share and hear a little bit today. But what I guess drew you to this type of music when you guys were obviously very musically gifted growing up?
It was random for me. I'm a piano player. I was looking for something new to do, and I saw, St. Louis Rag, free download. And I thought, I'm in St. Louis, let's try it. And from there, I got into the history of the music and kind of drug everybody else in my life along with it. And here we are 15 years later doing it, and more ragtime, more blues, and just from that random download, it changed my life.
I wasn't really into the music, to be honest. I was playing punk music prior to this, so I was just like, what is this Cooney music? But eventually the history got me into it. History's like my degree, my background's in history. And so like the history was like, oh man, this is really cool. So that's what got me into it. And then the music, the syncopation second to that, because it's not just plain.
It's complicated stuff.
Well, it's exciting too because you mentioned that this is music, most of it anyways, from like late 19th century to about 1920. So this is one of those unique opportunities you get to go and you're in a time capsule for a performance and get to be a part of that past and a part of this musical history of about 100 years ago or so.
Yes, and by doing so, people find out that they are also too a part of this history of this music. See, a lot of people come to us, they bring, sheet music, old sheet music piano rolls and stuff like that, and they'll tell us about their pops bringing out the piano on the front porch and mom playing and stuff like that. And so people find out that in the Midwest, where this music originates, that they have a cultural connection to this music as well. And we find that people love hearing this music because you can listen to this music with your baby, your grandkids, all the way up to your grandma, and you don't have to feel shameful.
Well, let's not even waste any more time. Let's jump right into the entertainer now. And Kale, after that, we're going to go to break before we come back for one final segment and talk a little bit more about this ragtime duo. Here's the entertainer. in with the cactus rag there. I'm very excited here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And Hometown Today is presented by McKittrick's Home Furnishings and in downtown Beaver Dam and Professional Floor Covering. We're joined by Isaac Cherry and Cherry Rabushka of Cherry and Jerry Ragtime Duo. Very excited, first of all, to have you guys in today. And we have to talk again about, you have a performance tonight at the Columbus Library at 6 o'clock. For people that, first of all, want to be there, that's awesome. But where can they learn more about you, whether it be a Facebook page? Do you have a website? How does that all look?
Our Facebook page is Cherry and Jerry Music, and that tells you where we're going to be. We also have a YouTube page, which is Cherry and Jerry Ragtime Music. And we're on TikTok, and we have a website that we need to fix, so that's not up yet. But Facebook is really, and YouTube. And we do this thing where we make little fun videos at historic sites, kind of dressed up in old-timey clothes. And there's even some from up in this area from last year. So it's a lot of fun just to see those places.
Yeah, we're typically dressed up in old-time garb. Not how we look like now.
I was going to say, it's good look, though. I'm digging the overalls, and I
thank
love
you.
the sweatshirt, too. We're in a good spot.
Yeah.
So we wear the bowlers and all that stuff, and we give the whole vibe of back in the day, yes.
That's fantastic. And I want to make sure we get one more song in for you. And if we have time, we're going to come back and wrap up. Let's hear this one here. It's the 12th Street Rag. Wow. Well, fantastic job, gentlemen. And I know we only have a minute or so left, but I want to just hand over the floor. I know we have a performance tonight. What else would you like to talk about?
Well, we do want to thank the Columbus Library, and the fun story is we actually got hooked up with them. We live in St. Louis. We did a virtual show during COVID for the Columbus Library, and then we've been up there 3 years after that every year. So it's kind of an interesting connection, and they've been very nice and welcoming, and it's, we're just excited to be here and part of this area.
Thank y'all for y'all support. Please stream our new mixtape. We are Cherry and Jerry, and it's available anywhere that music is sold and streaming.
Absolutely. Cherry and Jerry Ragtime Duo. St. Louis must be very proud. It was great to talk with you this morning.
you.
I hope you have a great time on your tour, and I'm hopefully looking forward to talking to you guys again around this time next year.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for us today on Hometown Today. We will see you back on Tuesday morning, same time, same place, here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.